The 70s were a golden era for food, blending tradition with innovation, and creating dishes that have, unfortunately, faded from many of our tables today. In this video, we're diving deep into 25 summer foods from the 70s that your family table is missing. Number 1. Waldorf Salad. Waldorf Salad is a dish that originated in the late 19th century at the Waldorf Astoria Hotel in New York City, but it gained widespread popularity during the 1970s as a refreshing summer side dish. The traditional recipe includes diced apples, celery, and walnuts, all mixed with a mayonnaise-based dressing. However, the 70s saw several variations emerge, including the addition of ingredients like grapes, raisins, and even marshmallows to add sweetness and texture. One of the key features of Waldorf salad during this era was its balance of flavors and textures. The crunch of the celery and walnuts contrasted beautifully with the sweetness of the apples and grapes. Some versions even incorporated yogurt or sour cream into the dressing for a tangier taste. This salad was often served chilled, making it a perfect choice for summer picnics and gatherings, where its light, crisp ingredients provided a refreshing counterpoint to heavier dishes. The presentation of Waldorf salad was also significant, often garnished with a few whole walnut halves or apple slices on top, giving it an elegant appearance that suited both casual and formal occasions. Over time, the Waldorf salad became not just a dish, but a symbol of American culinary history, representing the creativity and adaptability of 20th-century home cooks. Today, it's a dish that continues to evolve, with many people adding their twists, such as using different types of apples or incorporating ingredients like cranberries or pecans. However, the classic 70s version remains a beloved memory for many, encapsulating the flavors and simplicity of the era. Number 2. Cucumber and sour cream salad. Cucumber and sour cream salad is a classic dish that became particularly popular during the 1970s for its simplicity and refreshing qualities, especially during the hot summer months. This salad is typically made with thinly sliced cucumbers that are tossed in a dressing made from sour cream, vinegar, and fresh dill. The cucumbers are often salted and left to drain before being mixed with the dressing, a step that helps remove excess water from the cucumbers, preventing the salad from becoming too watery. The balance of flavors in this dish is key. Sour cream provides a rich, tangy base, while vinegar adds a sharp acidity that complements the natural sweetness of the cucumbers. Fresh dill is crucial for adding a fragrant, herbaceous note, though some variations of the salad also incorporate other herbs like parsley or chives for additional layers of flavor. The texture is another important aspect. The cucumbers should remain crisp to contrast with the creamy dressing. In the 1970s, this salad was often served as a side dish to accompany grilled meats, particularly during barbecues and picnics. It was also common to find this dish served as a part of buffet spreads at summer parties, where its cool, refreshing nature made it a standout among heavier options. Some versions of the salad also included thin slices of red onion or radishes for an extra crunch and a pop of color. The cucumber and sour cream salad was not just about taste, it was a visually appealing dish as well. The vibrant green of the cucumbers paired with the creamy white dressing and specks of green from the dill made it a dish that was both appetizing and attractive. It remains a beloved recipe, appreciated for its ability to bring a cool, refreshing element to any summer meal. Number 5. Charcoal grilled corn on the cob. Charcoal grilled corn on the cob was a beloved summer staple in the 1970s, celebrated for its smoky flavor and simplicity. Grilling corn over charcoal brought out a unique depth of flavor, where the natural sweetness of the corn was enhanced by the smoky, slightly charred notes from the grill. The process of grilling corn directly in its husk or wrapped in aluminum foil allowed the kernels to steam and stay moist while absorbing the rich, smoky aroma of the charcoal. Before grilling, the corn was often soaked in water, especially when grilled in the husk, to prevent burning and to create steam inside the husk, ensuring even cooking. This technique helped in preserving the tenderness of the kernels while imparting a subtle smokiness. Some variations involved peeling back the husk, applying a layer of seasoned butter or olive oil directly onto the kernels, and then folding the husk back before grilling. Common seasonings included a simple mix of salt, pepper, and sometimes a sprinkle of paprika or garlic powder for added flavor. As the corn grilled, the husks would char, and the kernels would take on a slightly caramelized, golden brown color, intensifying their natural sweetness. The corn was typically turned frequently to ensure even cooking and to prevent burning. Once done, the husks were peeled back, often at the table, releasing a burst of steam and revealing the perfectly cooked corn. After grilling, the corn was usually served with a generous smear of butter and a sprinkle of salt. For a more adventurous twist, some people added grated cheese, lime juice, or even a dash of chili powder. This made charcoal grilled corn on the cob a versatile dish that could be adapted to suit various flavor preferences, making it a hit at barbecues and family gatherings. Number 6. Grilled zucchini. Grilled zucchini was a popular choice during the summer months in the 1970s, especially as more people began to embrace lighter, vegetable-focused dishes. This simple yet flavorful dish involves slicing zucchini lengthwise into thick strips or rounds, which are then lightly coated in olive oil and seasoned with salt, pepper, and sometimes herbs like thyme or oregano. The zucchini is placed directly on the grill, where the high heat creates beautiful grill marks and a slightly smoky flavor point. One of the key aspects of grilling zucchini is its ability to retain moisture while developing a tender, almost buttery texture. The high water content of zucchini allows it to cook quickly without drying out, making it an ideal vegetable for grilling. The outer layer becomes slightly crisp, while the inside remains soft and juicy, creating a delightful contrast in texture to enhance the flavor. Some cooks marinated the zucchini before grilling, using a mixture of olive oil, lemon juice, garlic, and fresh herbs. This not only added depth to the flavor but also helped to infuse the zucchini with a bright, zesty taste that complemented the smoky char from the grill. The grilling process usually takes just a few minutes on each side, making it a quick and easy dish to prepare for summer barbecues. Grilled zucchini was often served as a side dish to accompany grilled meats, but it was also popular as a standalone dish, topped with a sprinkle of Parmesan cheese or a drizzle of balsamic vinegar for added richness. Its versatility and the simplicity of its preparation made it a favorite among home cooks looking to incorporate more vegetables into their summer menus, reflecting the 70s growing interest in healthy eating and fresh, seasonal produce. Number 7. Shrimp cocktail. Shrimp cocktail was a quintessential dish in the 1970s, embodying both elegance and simplicity. The dish typically featured large, plump shrimp that were poached in a seasoned broth, often including ingredients like bay leaves, lemon, and peppercorns to infuse the shrimp with subtle, aromatic flavors. After cooking, the shrimp were immediately chilled, ensuring they retained a firm, yet tender texture. The shrimp were then served cold, usually arranged around the rim of a glass or on a platter, with a classic cocktail sauce at the center. The cocktail sauce was a key element of the dish, traditionally made from a base of ketchup and horseradish, with added lemon juice, Worcestershire sauce, and sometimes a dash of Tabasco for heat. This sauce provided a zesty, tangy contrast to the sweetness of the shrimp, making each bite refreshing and flavorful. Presentation was crucial to the appeal of shrimp cocktail. It was often served in a martini or coupe glass, with the shrimp elegantly draped over the edge, and the vibrant red cocktail sauce filling the center. This made the dish not only a taste sensation but also a visual treat, perfect for entertaining guests at summer parties or as an appetizer at more formal gatherings. In the 1970s, shrimp cocktail was considered a sophisticated dish, often associated with upscale dining, but it was also relatively simple to prepare, making it accessible for home cooks. The dish's popularity stemmed from its combination of bold flavors, appealing presentation, and the luxurious feel of indulging in seafood, which made it a staple at special occasions and a symbol of culinary refinement during that era. Number 8. Clambake. Clambake is a traditional New England dish that gained widespread popularity across the United States in the 1970s, especially during the summer months. The clambake is not just a meal but an event, often held outdoors and associated with beach gatherings or family celebrations. The process begins with digging a pit in the sand, which is then lined with hot stones or coals. Layers of seaweed, such as rockweed, are placed on top of the stones to create steam and infuse the seafood with a briny, oceanic flavor. The key ingredients in a clambake include fresh clams, typically littlenecks or steamers, which are the stars of the dish. These are often accompanied by other seafood like lobsters, mussels, and sometimes even crabs. Corn on the cob and potatoes are also added to the bake, providing hearty sides that absorb the rich flavors of the steam. Sausages or hot dogs are sometimes included, adding a savory element to the mix. Once all the ingredients are layered in the pit, they are covered with more seaweed and sometimes a wet burlap sack or aluminum foil to trap the steam. The bake is then left to cook for several hours, allowing the flavors to meld together as the heat slowly cooks the seafood and vegetables to perfection. The result is a feast that is both rustic and luxurious, with the tender clams and sweet corn providing a perfect contrast to the rich, buttery lobster, and soft potatoes. The communal nature of a clambake, where the food is often served directly from the pit or spread out on a large table, makes it a memorable dining experience that encapsulates the joy of summer. Number 9. Crab Louis Salad. Crab Louis salad, often referred to as the king of salads, is a classic American dish that dates back to the early 20th century but remained a popular choice throughout the 1970s, especially during the summer. This salad is traditionally made with fresh Dungeness crab, known for its sweet, delicate flavor, which is the centerpiece of the dish. The crab meat is typically served over a bed of crisp romaine lettuce, which provides a refreshing crunch. The salad is garnished with hard-boiled eggs, which add a rich, creamy element, and slices of ripe tomatoes that contribute a burst of juiciness. Other common ingredients include asparagus spears, which are often lightly steamed to maintain their tender crisp texture, and sliced avocado, which adds a buttery, smooth contrast to the crab. The salad is usually dressed with a tangy, slightly spicy Louis dressing, a mixture of mayonnaise, chili sauce, lemon juice, and a hint of Worcestershire sauce, though some variations might include a bit of horseradish for extra heat. Presentation is key in crab Louis salad. The ingredients are typically arranged in a visually appealing manner, with the crab meat piled high in the center, surrounded by the other components in a circular fashion. This dish is often served chilled, making it an ideal choice for hot summer days when a light yet satisfying meal is desired. Crab Louis salad became a symbol of West Coast cuisine, particularly in San Francisco, where it was often featured on the menus of upscale restaurants and seaside eateries. Its combination of fresh seafood and vibrant produce made it a luxurious, yet accessible dish that captured the essence of Californian culinary trends of the time. Number 10. Lemon Chiffon Pie. Lemon chiffon pie became a symbol of elegance and lightness in desserts during the 1970s, particularly valued for its refreshing taste that stood out at summer gatherings. Unlike heavier desserts, it offered a perfect balance of sweetness and tang, making it a favorite for warm weather occasions. Its light, airy texture was achieved through innovative techniques popular in that era, resulting in a dessert that felt luxurious yet not overly indulgent. The popularity of lemon chiffon pie also tied into the broader trend of lighter, fruit-based desserts during the 70s, when there was a growing interest in dishes that were both flavorful and visually appealing. This pie became a staple at events where presentation mattered, often serving as the centerpiece on dessert tables. It was especially appreciated for its ability to refresh the palate, providing a satisfying yet not overwhelming conclusion to a meal. Lemon chiffon pie also represented a shift towards more sophisticated dessert choices in American households. It was seen as a step up from the more traditional, heavier pies, offering a modern twist that appealed to both the taste buds and the eyes. The pie's light, citrusy flavor also made it versatile, pairing well with a variety of other dishes, which contributed to its widespread appeal during that time. Number 11. Watergate Salad. Watergate salad became a beloved dish in the 1970s, known for its unusual combination of flavors and vibrant green color. The salad consists of a few key ingredients: instant pistachio pudding mix, canned crushed pineapple, including the juice, mini marshmallows, and chopped nuts such as walnuts or pecans. The pudding mix is what gives the salad its distinctive green hue, while the pineapple provides a sweet, tangy contrast. The addition of mini marshmallows contributes a soft, chewy texture, and the nuts add a satisfying crunch. The origins of the name a Watergate salad are somewhat murky, but it is believed to be linked to the Watergate scandal, which was a major political event during that time. The salad's popularity grew because it was easy to prepare, requiring no baking or cooking. It was simply mixed together and chilled, making it an ideal dish for summer gatherings, picnics, and potlucks. The whipped topping, such as Cool Whip, was often folded into the mixture, giving it a creamy, airy consistency that balanced the other textures. Watergate salad is also reflective of the 1970s food trends, where convenience foods were becoming more popular, and there was an interest in colorful, visually appealing dishes that could be made with minimal effort. The salad's quirky name and unique appearance helped it become a memorable part of 1970s American cuisine, often served as either a dessert or a side dish. The simplicity of the recipe, combined with the contrasting textures and flavors, made it a crowd pleaser that still holds nostalgic value today. Number 12. Grasshopper Pie. Grasshopper pie became a standout dessert in the 1970s, particularly loved for its vibrant green color and refreshing minty flavor. The pie is named after the grasshopper cocktail, which shares the same key ingredient, crème de menthe, a green mint-flavored liqueur. This liqueur gives the pie both its distinctive color and a cool, minty taste that made it a popular choice, especially during warmer months. The filling of grasshopper pie typically includes crème de menthe, crème de cacao, a chocolate-flavored liqueur, marshmallow fluff, and whipped cream. The combination of these ingredients creates a smooth, mousse-like texture that is both light and indulgent. The contrast between the rich, chocolatey notes from the crème de cacao and the refreshing mint from the crème de menthe is what makes this dessert so appealing. The crust of grasshopper pie is often made from crushed chocolate cookies or graham crackers mixed with melted butter, providing a crunchy base that complements the creamy filling. This pie was often served chilled or even frozen, making it an ideal dessert for hot summer days. Grasshopper pie's popularity in the 70s was also due to its striking appearance. Its bright green filling made it a visually appealing centerpiece at dinner parties and family gatherings. The simplicity of preparation, combined with its unique flavor profile, ensured that grasshopper pie became a nostalgic favorite, symbolizing the fun and creative culinary trends of the decade. Number 13, Mint Julep. Mint julep is a cocktail deeply rooted in American history, with its origins tracing back to the late 18th century. It became widely associated with the South, particularly Kentucky, where it became the signature drink of the Kentucky Derby, a tradition that began in 1938. By the 1970s, the mint julep had firmly established itself as a symbol of Southern hospitality and elegance, often served at social gatherings, garden parties, and of course, the Derby itself. The drink's simplicity is deceptive. It requires careful preparation to achieve the perfect balance of flavors. Fresh mint is essential for a true mint julep. The leaves are muddled gently with sugar at the bottom of the glass to release their essential oils, creating a fragrant, sweet base. It's important not to over-muddle the mint, as this can release bitter notes. Once the mint and sugar are combined, a generous pour of bourbon is added. The choice of bourbon is crucial, as its quality directly affects the overall taste of the cocktail. The spirit's warm, oaky undertones provide a rich counterpoint to the bright, herbal flavor of the mint. Traditionally, mint juleps are served in silver or pewter cups, which help to keep the drink icy cold. The cup is filled with crushed ice, not cubes, which not only chills the bourbon but also dilutes the drink slightly as it melts, mellowing the strong alcohol flavor and enhancing the minty freshness. The drink is stirred until the cup frosts over on the outside, a key indicator that the cocktail is at the perfect temperature to finish. A sprig of mint is placed on top as a garnish, which also serves to enhance the drink's aroma with each sip. Some variations include adding a splash of water or soda water, but purists argue that this dilutes the drink too much. The mint julep's appeal in the 1970s extended beyond the South, as the cocktail culture began to embrace historical and regional drinks. The revival of classic cocktails during this decade brought the mint julep into the spotlight, celebrated for its simplicity, tradition, and refreshing qualities. It was not just a drink but an experience, often associated with the leisurely pace of Southern life, where savoring a cold mint julep on a hot day was a moment of pure pleasure. Number 14, Frozen Daiquiri. The frozen daiquiri became iconic in the 1970s as a refreshing, slushy cocktail that captured the fun and experimental spirit of the decade. Its origins date back to the classic daiquiri, which was invented in Cuba in the early 1900s, consisting of rum, lime juice, and sugar. However, the frozen daiquiri took this simple recipe to the next level by incorporating ice and blending it into a smooth, icy treat. What set the frozen daiquiri apart was its adaptability and the ability to introduce various fruit flavors into the mix. By the 1970s, advances in blender technology made it easy to create this drink at home, leading to its widespread popularity. Bars and restaurants capitalized on this trend by offering multiple variations of the frozen daiquiri, from strawberry to banana, and even more exotic flavors like mango and pineapple. The use of fresh or frozen fruit in the blend not only enhanced the taste but also contributed to the vibrant colors that made the drink visually appealing. One of the most popular versions, the strawberry daiquiri, became synonymous with summer and beach vacations. It combined rum, lime juice, sugar, fresh strawberries, and ice, blended to perfection. The drink was often garnished with a whole strawberry or a slice of lime, adding to its tropical vibe. The appeal of the frozen daiquiri in the 1970s also stemmed from its association with leisure and relaxation. The drink was seen as a symbol of indulgence, perfect for poolside sipping or social gatherings. Its slushy texture made it a fun and novel way to enjoy alcohol, and the variety of flavors available meant there was something to suit every taste. Frozen daiquiris also reflected the broader cultural shifts of the 1970s, where people were increasingly seeking out new and exotic flavors, often influenced by global trends. This drink, with its roots in Caribbean culture, brought a taste of the tropics to the United States, aligning perfectly with the decade's adventurous culinary spirit. The frozen daiquiri's legacy continues today, not just as a nostalgic throwback to the 1970s but as a staple in modern cocktail menus around the world. It remains a favorite choice for those looking to enjoy a refreshing, flavorful drink that embodies the essence of carefree summer days. Number 15. Fruit punch with sherbet. Fruit punch with sherbet was a popular party drink in the 1970s, especially favored for its bright, festive appearance and sweet, tangy flavor. This beverage was a staple at gatherings such as weddings, baby showers, and holiday parties, where it served as both a refreshing drink and a colorful centerpiece. The basic recipe for fruit punch with sherbet involved mixing a variety of fruit juices, such as orange juice, pineapple juice, and fruit punch concentrate, with ginger ale or lemon-lime soda. The key ingredient that set this punch apart, however, was the addition of scoops of sherbet, typically lime, orange, or raspberry. As the sherbet slowly melted into the punch, it created a creamy, frothy texture that added both visual appeal and a richer taste to the drink. One of the reasons for the popularity of this punch in the 70s was its ease of preparation. It could be made in large batches and required minimal effort, making it an ideal choice for hosts looking to serve a crowd. The punch was often prepared in a large punch bowl, with the sherbet added just before serving to ensure it stayed cold and maintained its frothy texture. The sherbet also provided a cool, refreshing element that was especially appreciated during warm weather events. Its vibrant colors, combined with the bright red or orange hues of the fruit punch, made the drink visually striking, often matching the party's theme or decor. Fruit punch with sherbet became a nostalgic favorite, not only for its taste but also for the memories it evoked of joyful celebrations and family gatherings. Its sweet, creamy, and slightly fizzy flavor made it a drink that appealed to both children and adults, ensuring its place as a beloved party beverage. Number 16. Cold fried chicken. Cold fried chicken became a beloved picnic staple during the 1970s, cherished for its convenience, flavor, and versatility. Unlike many other dishes, fried chicken doesn't lose its appeal when served cold. In fact, some might argue that it tastes even better after a night in the fridge. The cooling process allows the flavors of the seasoning and the crispy coating to meld with the juicy meat, creating a satisfying dish that's perfect for outdoor gatherings, road trips, or even casual dinners. The popularity of cold fried chicken in the 1970s can be linked to its practicality. Fried chicken was typically prepared in advance, often the day before an event. After frying, the chicken was allowed to cool completely before being stored in the refrigerator. The next day, it was packed into picnic baskets or coolers, ready to be enjoyed without the need for reheating. This made it an ideal choice for busy families and those who wanted a hassle-free meal on the go. Another reason for its popularity was the widespread availability of fried chicken recipes that were easy to follow, making it accessible to home cooks of all skill levels. Whether made with a traditional Southern recipe or a more modern variation, cold fried chicken was a dish that could be customized to suit personal tastes, from the level of spice to the type of breading. The texture of cold fried chicken is another key element of its appeal. While the exterior remains crisp, the meat inside stays moist and tender, providing a delightful contrast in each bite. The cold temperature also helps to reduce any excess greasiness, making it a more refreshing option compared to hot fried chicken. In the 1970s, cold fried chicken wasn't just food. It was a symbol of convenience and comfort, embodying the era's love for simple yet flavorful dishes that could be enjoyed anywhere, anytime. Number 17. Pickled watermelon rind. Pickled watermelon rind is a unique and resourceful dish that was particularly popular in the 1970s, especially in the southern United States. This dish showcases the frugal and creative use of the entire watermelon, transforming the often discarded rind into a tangy, sweet, and slightly spicy condiment. It's a prime example of the era's emphasis on minimizing waste and maximizing flavor. The preparation of pickled watermelon rind typically involves removing the green outer skin and any remaining pink flesh from the rind, leaving just the pale, crisp part. The rind is then cut into bite-sized pieces and soaked in a brine made from vinegar, sugar, water, and spices such as cloves, cinnamon, and allspice. This combination of ingredients infuses the rind with a complex flavor profile. sweetness from the sugar, acidity from the vinegar, and warmth from the spices. The pickling process can vary, with some recipes calling for the rind to be simmered in the brine for several hours, while others prefer a longer, slower soak in the refrigerator. The result is a crunchy, flavorful pickle that retains a bit of the rind's natural crispness. Pickled watermelon rind was often served as a side dish or condiment, paired with savory foods such as fried chicken, pork, or barbecue. It provided a refreshing contrast to the rich, heavy flavors of these main dishes. Additionally, it was sometimes used in salads or as a topping for sandwiches, adding a tangy crunch. This dish was also valued for its versatility and longevity. Pickled watermelon rind could be stored for months, making it a convenient pantry item that could be pulled out whenever a meal needed an extra burst of flavor. Its bright, slightly translucent appearance made it an attractive addition to any plate, contributing to its popularity during the 1970s. Number 18. Chilled Gazpacho. Chilled gazpacho is a classic Spanish dish that gained significant popularity in the United States during the 1970s, especially as a refreshing summer option. This cold soup originates from Andalusia, a region in southern Spain, where it was traditionally made by blending ripe tomatoes, cucumbers, bell peppers, onions, garlic, and stale bread, then seasoning with olive oil, vinegar, and salt. The ingredients are pureed into a smooth or chunky consistency, depending on preference, and served cold, often garnished with additional diced vegetables or croutons. The appeal of chilled gazpacho in the 1970s can be attributed to several factors. First, it was seen as a healthy and light dish, aligning with the decade's growing interest in fresh, natural foods and the burgeoning health food movement. The soup's reliance on fresh vegetables made it an excellent choice for those looking to incorporate more raw ingredients into their diets. Second, gazpacho's ease of preparation and ability to be made ahead of time made it a convenient option for hosts during summer gatherings. It could be prepared in large quantities, stored in the refrigerator, and served chilled without the need for reheating, making it ideal for entertaining. Moreover, the vibrant color and flavor of chilled gazpacho made it an attractive and appetizing dish, well suited to the era's emphasis on visually appealing meals. The use of olive oil added a luxurious, silky texture, while the vinegar provided a tangy counterbalance to the sweetness of the tomatoes. Gazpacho's introduction to American cuisine was also part of a broader trend of international flavors becoming more mainstream, as people in the 1970s began to explore and embrace global culinary traditions. This cold, refreshing soup quickly became a favorite among those looking for something different, yet simple, to enjoy during the hot summer months. Number 19. Chicken marbella. Chicken marbella gained widespread popularity in the 1980s, particularly after being featured in the Silver Palette cookbook by Julie Rosso and Sheila Lukens. This dish was notable for its bold combination of flavors, blending sweet, savory, and tangy elements into a sophisticated and visually appealing meal. The recipe was a standout because it combined Mediterranean-inspired ingredients like prunes, green olives, capers, and garlic with white wine, brown sugar, and vinegar, creating a complex and aromatic marinade. The chicken is typically marinated overnight, allowing the flavors to deeply penetrate the meat. When baked, the dish produces a rich sauce, with the sugars caramelizing slightly to create a glaze that contrasts beautifully with the briny olives and the sweetness of the prunes. The inclusion of capers adds a sharp, tangy note that cuts through the richness, making each bite a balance of sweet, salty, and savory flavors. Chicken marbella became a favorite for dinner parties and special occasions because it could be prepared in advance and baked just before serving, freeing the host from last-minute kitchen duties. The dish's dramatic presentation, with its deep, glossy sauce and contrasting colors from the olives and prunes, made it an impressive centerpiece. It was often served with rice or couscous, which absorbed the flavorful sauce, or with crusty bread to soak up every bit of the marinade. This dish exemplifies the culinary trends of the 1980s, where home cooks were eager to experiment with global flavors and create dishes that were both sophisticated and accessible. Chicken marbella remains a beloved recipe, appreciated for its unique flavor profile and the ease with which it can be prepared, making it a timeless classic in American cuisine. Number 20. Barbecued ribs. Barbecued ribs are a quintessential American dish, especially popular during the summer months when outdoor grilling is at its peak. The preparation of barbecued ribs involves slow-cooking pork or beef ribs over low heat, typically on a grill or smoker, which allows the meat to become tender while absorbing the smoky flavors from the wood or charcoal. The ribs are usually coated in a dry rub made from a mixture of spices like paprika, garlic powder, onion powder, and brown sugar, which creates a flavorful crust as they cook. One of the defining features of barbecued ribs is the barbecue sauce, which is often brushed on during the final stages of cooking. This sauce can vary widely depending on regional preferences. Some prefer a sweet and tangy tomato-based sauce, while others might opt for a vinegar-based or mustard-based sauce. The sauce caramelizes on the surface of the ribs, adding a sticky, flavorful glaze that complements the smoky, savory meat. The slow cooking process, often taking several hours, is key to achieving the fall-off-the-bone tenderness that makes barbecued ribs so beloved. During this time, the fat within the ribs melts and bastes the meat, keeping it moist and enhancing its flavor. The result is ribs that are rich, juicy, and deeply infused with the flavors of the rub and smoke. Barbecued ribs are more than just a dish, they are a cultural staple, particularly in the southern United States, where barbecue traditions run deep. They are often served with classic sides like coleslaw, baked beans, and cornbread, making them a centerpiece of gatherings ranging from casual family dinners to large community cookouts. The popularity of barbecued ribs has also led to countless regional variations, each with its own unique take on the flavors and techniques used, but all share the common goal of delivering a deeply satisfying and flavorful meal. Number 21. Beef stroganoff. Beef stroganoff is a classic dish with Russian origins that became incredibly popular in the United States during the mid-20th century, particularly in the 1970s. This dish is known for its rich and creamy sauce, which combines sautéed beef, onions, and mushrooms with sour cream, creating a luxurious, velvety texture that coats the tender strips of beef. The dish is traditionally made with tender cuts of beef, such as filet mignon or sirloin, which are sliced into thin strips and quickly sautéed to maintain their tenderness. The beef is then combined with a sauce made from a reduction of beef broth, white wine, or cognac, and thickened with sour cream. The addition of mushrooms and onions adds depth to the flavor, while the sour cream provides a tangy richness that balances the savory elements of the dish. Beef stroganoff is typically served over a bed of egg noodles, rice, or potatoes, which absorb the flavorful sauce. The dish's popularity in the 1970s can be attributed to its comforting and hearty nature, making it a favorite for family dinners and special occasions. It was also seen as a sophisticated dish, reflecting the era's interest in international cuisine and the desire to bring more refined flavors to the home kitchen. The versatility of beef stroganoff also contributed to its widespread appeal. It could be adapted to include different types of mushrooms, the addition of mustard or paprika for extra flavor, or even a splash of brandy to enhance its richness. This adaptability made it a go-to recipe for home cooks looking to impress guests or simply enjoy a comforting, satisfying meal. Number 22. Glazed carrots. Glazed carrots were a popular side dish in the 1970s, known for their sweet, buttery flavor and appealing presentation. This dish involves cooking carrots in a mixture of butter, sugar, often brown sugar or honey, and sometimes a touch of orange juice or zest to add a citrusy brightness. The result is a glossy, tender carrot dish with a rich, caramelized coating that enhances the natural sweetness of the carrots. The preparation typically begins by cutting the carrots into uniform pieces, such as rounds or sticks, ensuring they cook evenly. The carrots are then simmered in a pan with the glaze ingredients until they are tender but not mushy. The glaze thickens as it cooks, coating the carrots in a shiny, flavorful sauce. Some variations of glazed carrots include additional spices like cinnamon, nutmeg, or ginger, which add warmth and complexity to the dish. Glazed carrots were a favorite during the 70s because they were simple to prepare yet elegant enough to serve at holiday dinners or special occasions. Their bright color and sweet taste made them a hit with both adults and children, and they paired well with a wide variety of main courses, from roasted meats to vegetarian dishes. This dish was also appreciated for its versatility. It could be easily adapted by using different types of sweeteners or adding herbs like thyme or parsley for a fresh, savory twist. Whether served as part of a casual family meal or a festive holiday spread, glazed carrots brought a touch of color and flavor to the table, making them a timeless favorite. Number 23. Baked beans with bacon. Baked beans with bacon is a classic American dish that has been a staple at barbecues, potlucks, and family gatherings for decades, particularly beloved during the 1970s. This dish combines the rich, hearty flavor of slow-cooked beans with the smoky, savory taste of bacon, creating a comforting and satisfying side dish that complements a variety of main courses. The base of the dish is typically made from navy beans or pinto beans, which are slow-cooked until tender. The beans are then mixed with a sauce made from ingredients like molasses, brown sugar, ketchup, mustard, and Worcestershire sauce, which adds a deep, sweet savory flavor. The bacon is usually cooked separately until crispy, then chopped and mixed into the beans, infusing the entire dish with its smoky richness. One of the keys to perfect baked beans with bacon is the slow cooking process, which allows the flavors to meld together and the sauce to thicken, creating a rich, sticky coating on the beans. The dish is often baked in the oven for several hours, which also helps to caramelize the sugars in the sauce, intensifying the flavor. Baked beans with bacon became especially popular in the 1970s because of its ease of preparation and its ability to feed a crowd. It was a go-to dish for outdoor gatherings, where it could be made ahead of time and kept warm in the oven or on the grill. The dish was often served alongside barbecued meats, such as ribs or burgers, but it was also hearty enough to stand on its own as a main course, particularly when served with cornbread or a green salad. This dish's appeal lies in its balance of flavors: the sweetness of the sauce, the smokiness of the bacon, and the earthiness of the beans, all coming together to create a dish that is both comforting and deeply flavorful. It's a recipe that has stood the test of time, remaining a favorite in American cuisine. Number 24. Cornbread Salad. Cornbread salad is a unique and flavorful dish that became especially popular in the southern United States during the 1970s. This salad combines the hearty texture of crumbled cornbread with a variety of fresh vegetables and tangy dressing, making it both satisfying and refreshing. The dish is often layered in a large clear bowl, allowing each colorful ingredient to be displayed, adding to its visual appeal. The base of cornbread salad is, of course, cornbread, which is typically baked and then crumbled into large pieces. The cornbread provides a slightly sweet, crumbly texture that contrasts well with the other ingredients. Common additions to the salad include chopped tomatoes, bell peppers, onions, and sometimes cucumbers or corn kernels, which add crunch and freshness. Some versions also include bacon, cheese, or beans to add extra flavor and protein. The dressing for cornbread salad is usually a creamy mixture, often made from mayonnaise or a combination of mayonnaise and sour cream, which helps bind the ingredients together. This dressing is seasoned with salt, pepper, and sometimes a touch of sugar or vinegar to balance the flavors. The cornbread absorbs some of the dressing, becoming moist and flavorful while retaining its texture. One of the reasons cornbread salad became popular is its versatility and ease of preparation. It could be made ahead of time, making it a convenient dish for picnics, potlucks, and family gatherings. The layered presentation also made it an attractive addition to any table, and its combination of flavors and textures appealed to a wide range of tastes. Cornbread salad reflects the Southern tradition of using simple, everyday ingredients to create something both delicious and visually striking. It's a dish that showcases the creativity of Southern cooks and remains a beloved part of the region's culinary heritage. Number 25. Macaroni and cheese casserole. Macaroni and cheese casserole is a beloved comfort food that became a staple in American households, especially during the 1970s. This dish is an evolution of the classic stovetop macaroni and cheese, where elbow macaroni is mixed with a creamy cheese sauce, then baked to perfection, creating a golden, crispy top layer while maintaining a rich and creamy interior. The casserole typically begins with a roux made from butter and flour, which is used to thicken a milk-based sauce. Once the sauce reaches the right consistency, generous amounts of cheese, usually cheddar, are melted into it. The cooked macaroni is then folded into the cheese sauce, ensuring every piece is well coated. This mixture is transferred to a baking dish, topped with additional cheese, breadcrumbs, or even crushed crackers, and baked until bubbly and golden. What sets the casserole apart from the stovetop version is the texture contrast it offers: the creamy pasta underneath and the slightly crunchy, cheesy crust on top. This dish was particularly popular in the 1970s as it was easy to prepare, could feed a crowd, and was deeply satisfying. The casserole also allowed for variations, with some adding ingredients like ham, bacon, or vegetables, making it a versatile option for family dinners or potlucks. The appeal of macaroni and cheese casserole lies in its simplicity and the comfort it provides. It's a dish that evokes nostalgia, often reminding people of childhood dinners and family gatherings. Its enduring popularity is a testament to its perfect blend of flavors and textures, making it a timeless favorite.